What's going on, everybody? I hope you are all having a better year so far than 2020, because 2020 wasn't a good year for anybody. It wasn't good for me personally. I mean, like, nothing terrible happened, thankfully, but it wasn't exactly a great year. Working a full-time retail job when all this stuff is going on, and you're working for a company that doesn't do shit to enforce COVID-friendly practices. It's a stressful job, and especially during the holiday season and all that stuff is going around. So, that's great. That's fun. So, first of all, I do want to apologize for the Zelda retrospective taking as long as it has been. I mean, I started this thing back in September of 2019, and even then, I had the idea to do this back in May of 2019. You kind of notice a pattern with the Zelda retrospective. Like, I first announced I'm doing it at the end of Beyond the Beyond, then after that, I do Sonic Unleashed, and after that, I do Ocarina of Time, then after that, I do Indivisible, and then after that, I do Majora's Mask, after that, I do Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's like, I do game, then Zelda, then game, then Zelda, then, it's inconsistent. I got some people asking me, like, okay, well then why don't you just do Zelda in one fell swoop? And the reason for that is because, like, I have an idea for a video that just kind of springs to mind, and I want to strike while the iron's hot. You know what I mean? Does it put the Zelda retrospective on hold? Yeah, but at the same time, like, other things have my interest. And not to say that I think the Zelda games are bad, or that I don't like doing the Zelda retrospective, because I do. I don't know, I have a really bad attention span. Like, I'm like the dog from the Up movie, where it's like, I look and I go, like, that's me. I have to learn how to focus. I got to learn to be more consistent. I do know these things. But at the end of the day, like, I don't want to feel like as if I am being strapped down and I am forced to make those kind of videos, because then at that point, I'm not making the videos I want to make. Like, this channel is literally just me. Like, there's no editors, there's no team, there's no board of people that I have to, like, address or anything like that. Like, it's literally just me coming up with ideas and spitting my voice into a mic. Like, that's literally all that it is. It's just one guy doing all this shit, and I don't even get paid for it. And I don't think I want to get paid for it, because then YouTube becomes a job. And if YouTube becomes a job, then, that's a whole different can of worms I don't want to get messed around. Yeah, I don't want to mess with. But as far as Twilight Princess is concerned, it's going pretty well so far. I finished the script recently. I am currently doing the voiceover. I have about 15 minutes of the voiceover already recorded and edited. I don't know how long this video is. It's going to be pretty long. I think it might be shorter than Majora's Mask, but still longer than something like Wind Waker or Ocarina of Time. Like, I think it's either going to be like 35 to 40 minutes long. So, look forward to that. Again, like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like going off of the top of my head. But it's going to be a beefcake. It's going to be pretty big, and I'm actually really excited to get this one out, because I'm proud of what I've done so far, and I'm excited to see the end result. As for Skyward Sword, though, that one might take a little longer for me to get to, because I don't have a setup that's really good with Wii games. It's like, oh, why not use Dolphin? And if anyone can help me out in the comment section, this would be greatly appreciated. Okay, because like whenever I have an ISO for a Wii game and I try to load it through Dolphin, it won't load. Like, it'll just say, oh, like, there's some error, like, this file is corrupted or something like that. Every single time I try to use an ISO for a Wii game, like, it does that. So, like, if anyone knows, like, how to fix that, if you want to post a comment down below, I would greatly appreciate that, because there's also a lot of Wii games I would like to cover, too. But, I would like to wrap up the Zelda retrospective this year. Again, like, I don't take anything that I'm saying in this video to be guarantees, except for Twilight Princess. Like, I feel pretty confident that I will get this one out this year. Not even this year, like, pretty soon. Hopefully, by February, I can get this one out. But, again, like, I have a lot of ideas that I want to do, which, coming after last year, I seriously thought about ending YouTube, because, like, no matter what kind of ideas I would try to work on, like, I took a break from Wind Waker, I tried to work on other things, and nothing was sticking. Like, I was not proud of anything that I was doing. I legitimately thought about quitting, and then I decided, I'm just going to buckle down, and get through with Wind Waker, see how people respond to that, and, it was good. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, yeah, like, I kind of remembered why I like doing this stuff. Like, making videos is fun. Seeing people's reactions to these videos are fun. It's fun for me. And I kind of forgot about that. I forgot that, like, YouTube can be fun sometimes. But yeah, I feel like as if I can get Twilight Princess out pretty soon. As for, you know, as for everything else, like I have a lot of ideas that I want to do, and I'm kind of making this video to kind of like gauge interest to see what people would want to see. So first of all, I've been wanting to do a DS retrospective. I feel like as if I'm ready to cover the DS, as weird as that sounds. Like I feel like as if I know what I want to say about it. And I know for a fact, like I want to see if I can do that one this year. Like that is one that I want to do this year. There is another video, which I don't want to spoil the topic, but if you watched the 2020 Game of the Year podcast that we're going to upload on the Unversecast, I don't think it's out yet, but I do talk about said game, and I would like to go in detail about how I feel about this one specific game, but I don't want to spoil what it is, because for people of this channel, it might come as a shock to what it is. If you know, you know, but if you don't know, well then, you know, you don't know, and if you know, don't spoil it. So those are two projects that I want to definitely do this year. It's the DS, and it's this mystery project. Let's just call it that. Again, I can't guarantee if they are coming out this year, but these are things that like I am aiming to do. Like these two things at the bare minimum. As for other projects, you know, it is also the 20th anniversary for Golden Sun. I would like to do something. I remember some time ago I posted a poll saying that I made a poll saying like if you would want me to remake my Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age videos, because those things are from 2016. You know, at this point they're 5 years old. It uses stretched Game Boy Advance player, GameCube footage, so it looks like shit. My microphone audio was shit, so I would like to go back and cover those games the proper way. And I would also like to cover Dark Dawn as well, seeing how I never fully reviewed that game. So again, like those are 3 games right there that I would love to cover. I would love to do a video on those 3 games. And you know, like you guys already know how I feel about Golden Sun, so I just worry that it will be redundant. You know, like that's the one thing that's like kind of stopped me from being like, I don't know if I should cover these games, because like I've already covered them except for Dark Dawn. Like Dark Dawn I would definitely want to do this year, but as for remaking the first 2, again, like that's something, if the people wanted me to remake those videos, then by all means I will do it. You know, it gives me a chance to play through those games again. You know, any excuse, I'll take it. So, you know, there's that. You know, I've also wanted to do a blind Phantasy Star retrospective where I play through the first 4 Phantasy Star games, because like that's something that I've always wanted to do. I've also wanted to do a video where I cover the brief recent history of Nintendo on mobile devices. You know, I cover like the weird Animal Crossing game and the garbage Mario Kart game and Fire Emblem Heroes and Dragalia Lost. Because why the hell not? You know, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, and I think it'd be like a fun look at, you know, to see like the weird why they made these kind of games, and then the you know, the reason why they had to stop making these kind of games. I think that's an interesting video idea, so I'd want to do it. And also, like one of the things that like I've been wanting to do as well, and I think I even like made a poll, like debating like, okay, it's either the Zelda retrospective or an Operation Rainfall retrospective where I cover Xenoblade, Last Story, and Pandora's Tower. Zelda won out, but I still would love to do something like that. And also, you know, if covering Xenoblade would also lead me to covering Xenoblade X and Xenoblade 2, well then, hey, you know, weird how that works out. But I made a promise that I won't cover those games until Jeb beats Golden Sun 1 and 2, so if you want that, if you want a Xenoblade retrospective, get on Jeb's ass about it. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's a good boy. He doesn't deserve hate. But yeah, again, don't take any of this as promises. This is just kind of like a general roadmap. You know, these are just like, not even roadmaps. Like I'm spitballing ideas. And, you know, if you guys would like to see this stuff, hey, I can make that stuff a priority. Or if you have an idea for something else, like if there's something that you would want to see, post a comment down below. I'll look into it. Again, I can't promise anything. I can't guarantee anything. But at the very least, you know, I can look into it. And if it's something that interests me, I'll do it. So why the hell not? But yeah, that's the current state of the channel. You know, there is stuff in the works. Again, I can't say how productive it's going to be. You know, this year just started and, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, expect the worst, hope for the best. That's what I always say. So, in any case, hopefully I'll see you soon with Twilight Princess. And until then, see you around. Have a good one.